for the good of the country and lovers of the nation, and that is what we just witnessed now.
Oh, it's also very interesting to note because the governor, a lawyer, a former member of the House of Representatives, and a former police officer. So putting pen to paper demonstrates one thing, because I mean his background tells you, I mean, he knows the implication of putting pen to paper. So this conference, just as you highlighted, the difference with this one is that unlike all the other investment summits which we've seen, they didn't put pen to paper in public glare as this one. So the implication then is if you're putting pen to paper, you know that you have to stick to the letter of the dotted lines that you signed. So what he's doing here is committing himself, showing the entire world, anyone who's everyone, say, listen, this is what I'm doing. I'm ready to move the state forward on behalf of the people.
Well, Chimele, I think you just pointed out something very fantastic here. That is true. And now we're getting to see the power of television as well as the power of, in the words or the saying, that seeing is believing. Now we're getting to see the governor in their presence, in the presence rather of the people doing the signing, and we're getting to see all concerned persons, what you would want to call stakeholders, getting to witness all of this. So it's not about someone telling you the story, it's about you being part of the news, you being part of what has just happened. Quite a historic moment for the state and for the people. Well, I'm hoping truly after this, in the next days or weeks to come, we'll be getting to see most of all of this effected, and most of all of this making news and being felt by the people, especially, and knowing full well that over the years, Bayelsans have always felt that they have been marginalized, but waiting for this moment now has actually spotted in a different way. They are on a different highway, and this time they're not slowing down in development. They're not slowing down in asking people to come join them. They're not slowing down in letting people know how friendly and how warm and hospitable they are. And, when you're coming from the background of the story about militancy, kidnapping, and we have watched them consistently going 3 years in this administration, and all of that has just suddenly disappeared, Chamberlain. It is a big plus for the administration and the people, especially of Bayelsa, because without the people, I don't think the few cabinet members can actually achieve this. It takes the cooperation and the believability of the people for them to achieve all of this. So we say well done, Bayelsans, and good to go.
So there you have it. The Bayelsa State is a maiden edition, actually. So if they start off with this maiden edition, putting pen to paper, it only tells you that by the time the second time out, the second edition comes through, everyone will always ask, well, the first one you held, you put pen to paper. How far have you come from where you were the first time out? So he's setting himself high up there. And remember, we did ask him also on the program, aren't you putting yourself under pressure? But he says, no, I've put my hands on the plow. He won't look back. He says, look, I am ready to run. So he's talked about infrastructural development. He's talked about partnership with the media. And now this MOU, a partnership with the Information and Communication Technology Ministry in this country. They are talking about how they need to grow the technology infrastructure and e-commerce in Bayelsa State. Of course, if it happens in Bayelsa State, it's happening in Nigeria, so one will expect that every other part of the country will be able to key into all of this and benefit from this memorandum of understanding. Yes, it may have been signed in Bayelsa, so in the long run, it will also extend. And then lots of young people, you never can tell. I mean, it's a global village now, the world is. So here is Bayelsa State's first edition of this Economic and Investment Forum for you.
But I think the second edition, as you rightly said, that is looking into the future, will be more or less an assessment of what truly they have been able to achieve from this particular one, which is the maiden edition. But Chamberlain, there's something also I realize here is the way and manner they've been able to bring everyone together on this particular matter, irrespective of your political leaning, irrespective of what has happened before in the past. I realize that they have just one agenda. building Bayelsa State. Because yesterday we saw the former governor of the state, Pt.17, he was right here, and we have also seen some other people who were also here to felicitate and join in this particular move.
Thank you very much. Congratulations to you. The formal presentation just done by the Honorable Minister of Communication Technology, and of course His Excellency, as enthusiastic as ever, receives the MOU and presents copies to other key players and stakeholders in the sector, in the state. Shall we please once again put hands together for His Excellency the Governor? Back to you, Mark.
Thank you, sir. That's excellent. What a momentous occasion there. And we will be signing other MOUs later on in the day. But for now, later on in the day, we will be facing two very important subject matters, and we have the best guests you can think of to engage. We're going to be looking at the SME sector with a microscope. And we're also going to be talking about something that I think many of you here are passionate about: agriculture. 8 out of 10 Bayelsans are in agriculture. We'll be talking about agriculture with the Honorable Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for Agriculture. So, in fact, whilst they prepare lunch, I'm told that His Excellency would like to sign the C of O's, the formal signing of the C of O's. So, ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated as His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Bayelsa State, comes forward to sign the C of O's at this occasion, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a round of applause.
Just as we highlighted previously in the previous, today's episodes of Sunrise Daily, even yesterday, when we had the governor program, he said, look, I'm here. I will sign your CFOs if you apply for land in 60 days. He did also say on that program that he took a lot of applications for CFOs while he traveled for the investment awareness campaign in London. But here, we see him again embarking on signings of these CFOs. Again demonstrating, saying, I'm putting my money where my mouth is, doing all of this. So not just talking the talk again, but of course, questions, commentaries will always be welcome. Those who have maybe doubts or fears whatsoever will always want to bring their questions through if they've got any challenge. But what we see here just demonstrates that he's willing. He's opening the doors of investment to would-be investors. He says, it's yours, come and get it.
Well, seeing is believing, believing is seeing. At least we're seeing what he's been able to do now and what he's doing, practically speaking. But Chamberlain, the thing is that a lot of people have great faith in this particular move. I was actually saying that yesterday we witnessed so many people in the state, irrespective of their past, irrespective of their political leaning. And I was saying that we saw DSP Alamesia, who was here yesterday. We also saw today Timi Alaibe. These are people who were actually always talking about the state passionately. One would have thought that, some would have been aggrieved, not want to be part of it, as we have seen politics in so many other parts of the country. But today, we have seen that it's not the case in Bayelsa. So all governors, past and the present, coming with the present, to forge ahead for a new Bayelsa. And we all saw what happened with the Vice President's opening of this particular investment and economic forum here. And the Petroleum Minister has also said that they were going to build a whole lot of infrastructure here from the center. And that alone cannot be something that